Hi, my name is Natalie and I'm here to show you how to prove if two triangles are congruent. So here I have two triangles with the points A, B, C, and D, and I have three givens and three proofs. So by knowing all this, I'm going to write down statements and reasons to see if they really are congruent. So I'm going to first start off with writing down one of my givens. So one of my givens say that angle A is congruent to angle C. So I'm gonna do a little hash mark to know that these two angles are congruent. So that would be my number one. Angle A is congruent to angle C. And my reason for that is because it's a given. So I would write down given. So now my second statement, I would write down my second given. So I would look up right here and it says B is the midpoint of line AC. So I can just write that down. B is the midpoint of line AC. And my reason for it is it's a given. So whatever they give you, and the top will always give you a given, always write those down. So now for my third statement, I would go up here and I would find anything that I see that is congruent. So I see that line AB is congruent to BC. So since those two lines, they're two separate lines, I would put hash marks to notify me that those two are congruent. So that can be my third statement. So line AB is congruent to line BC. And my reason for that can be definition of midpoint. So B is the midpoint of AB and BC. So I can just put definition of midpoint. Now for my fourth statement, I'll write down my last given, which says that line DB is perpendicular to line AC. So I can just write down line DB is perpendicular to line AC. And my reason is given. So now that I'm done with my given, I can write down another statement. So by looking at the triangle, I can tell that angle ABD is congruent. So this is a right angle. So is ABD is congruent to CBD. So they both have right angles. So that can be my fifth statement. So I would write down angle ABD is congruent to angle CBD. And my statement can be that all right angles are congruent. So since this is a right angle and this is a right angle, that means they're congruent. So I'll just write down all right angles are congruent. And now for my sixth statement, I will write down my proof. So I'll write it down. Angle ADB is congruent to angle CBD. So let's look at that. So it says, my proof says angle ADB is congruent to angle CDB. So by that, my reason for that can be ASA. So what ASA stands for means angle side angle. So that means that they both have the same angle and they both have the same sides. So I would just write angle side angle. And there I proved that two triangles are congruent, listing 6 statements and 6 reasons for it. Yes, thank you.